Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming. Today we're checking out Lego The Hobbit Free Roam, and we're going to cruise through the high fells and pick up the quests and collectibles. Now we do kind of stroll into troll shaws, just a wee bit, but most of these quests either start or end in the high fells, and we will come back and do the high fells. So you can see that we find 3 red bricks as well as 10 mithrils, and we also find ourselves the infamous Witch King, which actually happens to be the first thing we go and tackle. So start off, if you're not already there, go ahead and take your all the way over to the high fell. And there is a statue for that. So if you haven't figured it out, we're basically trying to nail all of these by the statue locations. You know, some of the areas have multiple statues, kind of like troll shaws. Like some of this area in the high fell is actually troll shaws. Like right now, you can see we're in troll shaws. But the fact of the matter is that you know, the statue itself is what we're working on. So I'll tell you right now, it's not advised to horse and bow. You know, kind of like drinking and driving, horsing and bowing is also not recommended. As you can see there, have a hard time staying on that top ledge, and that won't be the last time you see me do that. I promise you that. So, and every time I was bowing, so you be knowing it's not nice to be horsing and bowing. That's right. All right, all the way at the very tippy top of the high fell, you'll find the Witch King standing there with his glowing like essence, and he's gonna cost you a little bit of change, 80,000 studs. And once you nail him, well, once you pick him up, I should say, that was a little weird there. Took a weird step. And we're going to go ahead and pull out Saruman or the fireworks bow and destroy that mithril rock that's blocking the hole that needs plugging. And then pull out Legolas and fill that hole with a nice big arrow. And then jump and spin to win, baby. Spin to win. Woohoo! Big bucks, no whammies. All the way to the top, grab that mithril, and look at that. Just like that, we are on a roll. All right, now there is some weird, confusing stuff that happens here, and hopefully we can guide you through it. Basically, there's a quest coming up that presents itself, but then it isn't available to us. It's kind of a weird deal. So you have to actually complete another quest that is actually already available, and once you complete that one, it changes it. So it starts off right here by going into this dark cavern in the high fells rocks. And basically, we're going to return to this area a time or 3. And first, we're going to come in here and check it out. There's clearly a guy that needs our help in here. So we're going to go all the way back. And this is essentially Buddy's afraid of the dark. So we're going to guide him out with our light. And you know what? I'm pretty sure this dude's name is Wally. I'm not sure if he's on our character list or not. And you might be wondering, well, why do you think his name is Wally? Well, he reminds me of this kid that I used to know that goes by the name of Wally Wimpleton. Yeah, Wally was also afraid of the dark, and, you know, I'm not sure if he ever got over it, but as a kid, it was something that stuck with him. So, good old Wally Wimpleton. All right, so as we keep rolling, it's one of those things that if you get too far ahead of him, he will freak out and go, oh, no. See, you can see right there. Oh, no, it's dark in here. And so basically, take your time, go slow, which is why I'm smashing everything. Otherwise, I would have just cruised right on out of here. But it didn't work. So as soon as you get outside, booyah-ka-show! He still whimpers. He talks about the moonlight not being bright enough and yada yada. But the realness is we saved him. And he can thank us for that by giving us a Mithril Brick. So we'll go ahead and take that. Speaking of which, there's a short break right now coming up between collectibles here. And I'll take this time to go ahead and remind you or inform you that there are quick links down in the video description that actually will take you to each of the collectibles. So let's say you're watching this and you're looking for a specific brick. You can actually scan through each of the bricks. Or maybe you're looking for a character. Maybe you only needed the Witch King. In this case, it doesn't work because it was the first one. But if it was the last item, like maybe you need the last red brick, which happens to be Fall Rescue. So, you know, you never know what it is, and you can always find out what they are by looking in the video description and choosing those quick links. So if it's a treasure item or something like that, we always label it, you know, treasure item or the name of the treasure item. So, All right, so getting back on track here, right at about the halfway point of the high fell, we already ran by her once, but there's this goblin here, and she challenges us to go to the goblin. So after a quick identity crisis there, we go ahead and find the right character, and we'll make our way to the top. Now, I will say, at first I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be tough. I'm going to have to do lots of editing. I'm going to make this, mess this up, whatever. Actually, first try, nailed it. But the bad news is there's one that's coming up that's a little bit more difficult, and I did struggle with that one a wee bit. But again, thank God I can edit, right? It's awesome. So, all right, we made it to the top. She's blown away. I think it's a she. I'm not really sure. I'm not very good with gender orientation on the old goblin species, so I might need some help with that one. Here it is here. So For goblins' eyes only. See, I actually avoided going to that one because I thought, that doesn't sound right. And truth be told, there is nothing there yet. So we got to go ahead and complete this mission first. So make sure that you complete the first goblin gauntlet crawl, and then we'll make it to the second one here, as this one will give us access to the next one that we need. So this one was a little bit more difficult, and this is the one that I did struggle with a wee bit. It was funny. I did it 3 or 4 times, and then my wife called, and I talked to her. I paused it, stopped the recording, talked to her, came back, and thought, okay, you've got lots of time, Brian. You got lots of time. Just take your time. Don't rush it. Because what was happening is I was starting to panic as I'd get to, like, right here, and I'd push it, and I'd get burned, and it'd knock me off the wall, and then there was just no way. Take your time. I mean, don't go super slow, but get to that fire and wait. Don't try to beat the fire, and I promise it'll be a much easier and quicker than trying to race it. So there is one that you can actually beat, but I would wait it out. And look at that. See, Orcs Only is now available. So, or Orcs Eyes Only, my bad. But this one's pretty cool. It's a big old troll bouncing and everything. And so yeah, I'll shut my yapper. I don't know how well you'll be able to hear him because I got it turned down, but read it. It's pretty funny. That's right. So he's basically telling us that he's discriminating. That it's for orcs only. And luckily for us, we already have the costume from a previous quest. And I won't make you sit here and try to listen to that because I know I turned it way down. But essentially, now that we have our costume on, he's like, hey, what's up? You're welcome anytime. Here you go. Here's your membership fee, which is a Mithril Brick. So it was weird that they paid us to join. Usually when you join clubs, you have to pay them. And speaking of clubs, Jungle Boogie. All right, check this out. Watch this. Ready? I do have character studs on, so every time I beat up a bad guy, I get studs, which is nice. Why he dropped a little studdage there. And look at that. I might spend some time in here later and try to create a song. Like, it would be probably impossible to do the Happy Thumbs theme, but how cool would that be if I could do the on the Lego dance floor? That would be stellar. All right, so now that we're inside the club, there's actually well, I guess it's the same bouncer, but he's inside here, and it gives us another opportunity to earn another Mithril Brick. So this guy says, hey, there's a bunch of bad guys coming in. Why don't you take care of them for us? 12 to be specific. So definitely did some profiling here. We got these guys labeled, and we're going to go after them and take them out. Cha-cha-cha-cha. And once you get all 12 of them, he goes, hey, well, look at that. You're awesome. Here's a Mithril Brick. Woohoo. And he hands that bad boy on over. That's right. So moving right along here. Next, we're actually going to check out a red brick. What do you guys think about that? So this is going to be one of those things where you actually have to complete both of the previous quests. So you will have to complete the for Orcs Eyes Only. So you have to get the costume, and you'll have to come in here and take out all the goblins. Once you've done both of those, leave the cave and return. And Bop Till You Drop will show itself. And this one actually requires you to pull out the Mithril Rhythm Stick. So if you don't already have it, you're going to need to go to Bree and forge it. And hopefully you haven't gone forge crazy and you still are on track with us, because we have gotten pretty lucky so far, and we've only missed that one red brick that we had to go back for as a shortage of mithrils. And this time, thanks to the gloriousness of editing, I went ahead and forged that. We had enough bricks, and we're right back. We handed it on over, and now it'll cost us a measly 1 million studs to get it. Now, if you're lacking on studs, you don't have any of the multipliers yet, which I can't imagine you don't, but if you don't, that one might be one you weighed off on and might not purchase that red brick right away. You can always come back and purchase it later. You won't have to do the quest over or anything like that, so Moving right along, we're going to go ahead and recognize the fact that there is a high chance that we're going to have a shortage of Mithril Bricks, because we weren't exactly sure what that next red quest was going to present for us as far as what it required. So to play it safe, we actually decided, rather than like go get it, open the quest, and have it be there, we thought we'd go and get some Mithril Bricks, and then if we had to go forge some stuff, we would come back and forge them. So we will return to that Red Brick quest towards the end. In fact, it's one of the last two, and if that's all you're here for, feel free to use the quick links down below. Now, right across the bridge in Trollshaws, right at the base of the High Fells, where we teleported into, there's a young gentleman standing there telling us that there's some wogs that have taken over the area, and he needs some assistance. So, again, this is just a quick one. Take out 6 of the old black wargs, and we'll be good to go and able to move on and get our reward of our Mithril Brick. Look at that. So, well fought, I believe that's all of them, he says. Well, you better hope so, because we ain't going to hang out all night and wait. You know what I'm saying? We got things to do. In the great words of the internet, ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so Booyah Kashow. Look at that. Now we completed that quest, and it actually opened up another Red Brick quest for us. Now we have 2 Red Brick quests. And spoiler alert, I actually have the items needed for that, so I could have done it right now. But we'll come back to that in a little bit. Follow the yellow brick road to the next quest, and this one's going to take us into a nice cave, but it actually just takes us into another area of Trollshaws. It seemed like we were going to go into some deep, dark cave, but nope. It's actually just a little detour off to the side of Trollshaws. Now, this one, you can see there are a couple of coal sacks. We're going to fill them up here with our slingshot and some coal. And the riddle's actually right there. It's actually red, green, blue. So the hardest trick of this, red, green, blue, from left to right, is actually getting that middle one open. There are a couple hidden ones, but it's not tough to find them. So we're going to start off on the far left, make sure it's red. Move to the next one, make sure it's green. So that one needs to be red, and there's actually a little switch right there to the left. I'm standing right next to it, but it's so disguised that I actually just thought it was a bush. So I went to the back. I saw the mining piece there, and I went to the back first thinking that was it, but now I was like, all right, I'll come back to that here in a second. Not exactly sure what's going on there, but there's a little red switch, and it's just a lever push switch, and you push it, and it'll present that middle one, which we'll do here in a second. But remember, it's red, green, blue. So that guy needs to be blue. He's the last one. And here we go. We're gonna try to shoot this guy. We get some stuff in our way here, but so that guy needs to be green, and now the last one needs to be this one needs to be red. So we're gonna push the lever. We finally see the lever, and we're like, oh hey, look at that. Push it. It opens it up. Switch back on over to Ori or whoever you're using for the old slingshotage. Now I come back just to give you a full look at this, and red, green, blue, and I should have said red, green, blue yakashow, because we got ourselves another Mithril Brick. Oh yeah. So yeah, hey, have you guys been to our website lately? We got a new guy doing a lot of writing on reviews and stuff, and we're gonna cover lots more PC and indie type games as well. We actually got a couple guys. Swamp is our official guy. We got another new guy. I don't want to mention his name yet because well, he's not official yet, but cross your fingers and wish him luck, and hopefully we'll have even more content spewing out of our website soon. All right, another Mithril Brick right around the corner. As you can see, I've actually got this appropriately labeled. It's in Trollshaws, just like the last one was as well. Still referencing the old High Fells stone, though. It's right there, the travel stone. This guy's basically this Wally Wimpleton again. I'm not sure if you recognized him, but it's definitely Mr. Wimpleton himself. And we're going to go ahead and help him out here because, you know, hey, nobody likes to see a Wimpleton down and out. So we're going to build him a nice little establishment here. And hopefully he'll find it cozy. But if he doesn't, you know what? Oh, well, he's going to pay us a Mithril Brick anyway. So build his little campfire up here. It looks a lot like the ones that we use to change from night to day and day into night. And booyah kashow. All right, Mr. Wimpleton. We wish you the best, and we'll take our payment right about meow. Hey. What? Yeah, that's right. He listened to him. So long as it's the day and it doesn't have pointy teeth or claws or... Yeah. Something tells me he's not very good with the ladies, if you know what I'm saying. All right. So we've got one quest here that's kind of on the cusp of maybe being in the wrong area, but we're going to go do our tribute to all the trolls out there on the internet and do some trolling of our own. This one's pretty simple. Follow the yellow brick road over to the little hobbit hole, and it'll take you up top. And there's a nice gentleman up here who tells us that the trolls have taken his stuff, and he needs some help. And look, then they take my wife, which, whatever. I thought that was pretty awesome. I am married, and actually I'm kind of one of those rare cases. I'm happily married. I have a lovely wife who supports everything I do, including this crazy video game stuff, and yeah, and she's I'm lucky. So I would be very disappointed if a troll took my wife, and yeah. Anyways, we are now inside. I did speed this up pretty dramatically because I ran into I'm sure it was user error, but I ran into this issue where once he stuns himself and he's down and out and you need to double dwarf attack him, I was not able to connect my dwarfs to do the attacks, at least on 2 different situations here. So rather than look like a super noob, because you guys already know that, you guys don't need to see any more proof. We know that I'm a noob. So basically, I sped this up. Now, goal is 3 trolls. Each one takes 1 hit. Each one has a series of moves it does before it stuns itself. And basically, the second one, you actually have to guide it into a wall and make him stun himself. The other 2 just smack the ground and rocks fall and smack him. But anyways, all 3 of those, get through them, and Buddy provides you with the Mithril Brick. Now, real quick little tip here. In the back corner, there is a Mithril box. If you destroy it, there is a purple stud in there. So use the fireworks bow or Saruman, go ahead and destroy it, and then use an elf to get up top. You might be able to get up there with somebody else, but Legolas was who I used. As you can see, I've got him selected now. I didn't want to bore you with me jumping up to get 10,000 measly studs. Actually, it'd be a lot more than that because I got 16 times multiplier on. All right, looking at the map real quick, we can see that everything far south is actually more attached and closer to the Troll Shaw's statue. So we're going to save that for that specific video. And we're going to head back north and head to the High Fells and go and get these last 2 red bricks. So the first one that we're going to go after is actually the Mithril Brick Detector. Now, I want to do a quick reminder. It is not safe to horse and bow, right? Why is that? Because you'll fall off the top, just like I did again. I told you that wasn't the last time I did it. All right. So now that we're all the way at the top, make sure you grab the bluesy. And I don't know why, but I did some redecorating for him. I didn't like that hanging out on the wall there. And this is the 1 orc band. So this is actually going to require the Mithril music box. So, or music kit, my bad, music kit. And, I was really scared at this point because I was like, oh no, I haven't forged it. But look at that, I had forged it. As I mentioned earlier in the video series, after I got all the schematics, I went and tried to forge them all thinking that I was going to be able to. But turns out I needed Mithril Brick. So I forged a handful of them kind of just out of ignorance. And sometimes it pays off. So I got lucky there, and I didn't have to go and build that one and spend any more bricks. But I did have to spend $175,000 to get that. And now look at me, dancing, dancing, dancing. Surprised that didn't happen when the disco club, and it would be cool too. It would have been really awesome if they would have had like a little, like a disco, like techno, you know what I mean? That'd be good. Oh, drop it like it's hot, sir. Watch out for that. You can tell I don't think very highly of this person. All right, the goblin who lost her climb. So this is another one that I got really lucky on, and we're going to need to forge the Mithril. What are they? I'm going to wait for it to say it. The Mithril claws. I was going to say the Mithril shoes, but it's the Mithril claws. Hence, I guess that's why they call it the lady who lost her claws, huh? But basically, you're going to need the Mithril claws. If you have not found the schematics for that, we do have a Blacksmith Design video where we cover all the Middle-earth free roam schematics, as well as we have the free play videos that cover all of the collectibles in there. So between those videos, you should have them all. Speaking of having them all, we got to have them all. Got to have them all. And looking at our map and taking a look at it, we're almost halfway done with collectibles and as far as space goes. But that's going to wrap up Lego The Hobbit free roam in the High Fells area, where we grabbed all the quests and collectibles. To be exact, we found 1 character, the Witch King. We found 10 Mithril bricks, and we went ahead and picked up 3 red bricks to add to our collection. So, hey, this journey has been fun. I wasn't sure how awesome this free roam series was going to be, but it's turning out pretty good. tell us what you think. Head on over to our Facebook page, Twitter, comment, vote, subscribe down below. We did hit a pretty big milestone the other day with one video hitting over 1 million views. That was our first single million viewed video. That was pretty awesome. Another one was we actually flipped over 1,000 followers on Twitter. So I know it's really small time, and who knows when you're watching this, we may have 10 million. You guys may have all left. We may have 3 Twitter followers when you're watching this. I don't know. But fact is, we love you. We love your support. We wouldn't be here without you guys. And this series wouldn't exist without you guys, because you guys told us you wanted it. Bam, you get it. So HappyThumbsGaming.com is available too. As I already mentioned, we got a lot of new articles and such coming up. We've requested a few products for some reviews, so hopefully we'll get those out soon as well. And other than that, it's time for me to move on and get to the next video, because I know you guys are waiting. So as always, until next time. So,